And welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a 10 healthy habits to improve your life in lockdown. I have tried to say that title so many times and for some reason I just couldn't get it out. But today I come to you from my floor. I usually sit on my bed to film my videos, hence why you can't really see my photos on my wall, but I kind of like it and it's kind of cozy. I have all of my things written down on my iPad, so if you see me looking down, then that's obviously what I'm doing. But basically, for me personally, these are the things that I do to help massively in lockdown. I know that lockdown has been so hard for so many people. So many people deal with it in different ways. Like, if you're one of those people who are just okay to like stay in your pyjamas and watch Netflix all day, that's completely fine. However, that is not me. I don't think that will ever be me. But if that is what you enjoy doing, then you carry on, because if it makes you happy, then that's all that matters. But personally for me, these things make my day so much better, and they're kind of the things that I do to kind of help me get out of a rut or kind of improve my life basically, and try to make it the best it possibly can under the current circumstances. But yeah, if you'd like to see what 10 healthy habits you can do to change and improve your life in lockdown, then please carry on watching. And also I just want to say that I'm definitely not telling you that your life won't improve if you don't do these things, because obviously everybody's different, we all do different things. Again, it's just personally what helps me, and if it's going to help you too, if me telling you I do this and you think, oh, I might try that, and it helps, that's what the video is for. Maybe one of my healthy habits should be to do more breathing, because clearly I can't do it very well. The first thing, of course, is, I'm gonna have to say it, it's a morning routine. I have just filmed a morning routine, which is my video that I uploaded, the one before this. So if you'd like to see my morning routine and what I do, then feel free to watch that. But there are so many videos across YouTube that show you all different ways of how people do their morning routines. Some people wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, some people wake up at 5. Personally, that life is not for me. But honestly, a morning routine will make your day so much better. I hate to be one of those people who tells you that a morning routine is going to improve your life, but it is. I hate to be blunt, but if you kind of structure your morning with little tiny things to do, you're going to feel so much more accomplished in the morning, which then carries on throughout your day and just makes your day so much better, basically. I don't want to talk about this too much because I feel like this I kind of cover this in that video that I uploaded last, so if you wanted to see what I get up to in my morning routine, then please feel free to watch that. But honestly, I know it's annoying, but a morning routine is just essential. A whole daily routine is essential pretty much. But basically just waking up however you like to wake up, whatever time you like to wake up. I personally don't like to wake up to an alarm in lockdown. I don't have anything to get up to, and I'm not going to set an alarm to make my day longer, because nobody wants a longer day than they already are. Then I'll read my book, and then, you know, make my bed, open my blinds, write down things if I need to, plan my day on my iPad or in my journal, and basically just structure my morning. So all these tiny little things that seem so silly, like waking up, reading your book, if you structure your day, so, you know, I've accomplished reading my book, I've made my bed, I've opened up my curtains, I've showered, I've had breakfast, I've had my morning coffee, I'm ready to start the day. And I know it sounds so silly, I'm sorry if you can hear my leg. If you're someone who doesn't enjoy a morning routine or doesn't really find that they help, then that's absolutely fine too, but it may or may not improve your life, and if it does, then that's fine. So the next healthy habit to improve your day would be to literally read some form of literature, and when I say literature I mean a book, whether that be fiction or non-fiction. I personally enjoy reading books that I know are going to help my brain and improve my life in some way. However, I do love a storybook when I feel the time is right, when I know that my brain is in a place to read like mystery books and stuff like that. But at the minute I kind of want to just fill my brain with things I know are going to help it and not make me worry even more. So literally I keep my book just here on my little bedside table, so obviously as soon as I wake up I'll open my blinds and stuff, and then I get straight back into bed and I'll read my book, or I'll go downstairs, make my coffee, drink my water and read my book downstairs. I find I read best when I am by myself. I can't read when other people are talking because my brain just won't function properly. But yeah, just picking up some form of book, honestly, it's so weird how like little things just make you feel so much better, and instead of grabbing your phone and going on your phone first thing, to just pick up a book and read some form of words is just gonna make your morning feel so much more accomplished, I guess. I've used the word accomplished quite a lot. If you're wondering what book I'm reading, this is called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, which is quite possibly one of the most incredible books I've ever read in my life. And if you haven't read it, and if you're into self-development, I hate using the words manifest, self-development, manifestation, because I think there's like this whole thing around it being just a bit pathetic, and I don't know how to explain it, but these books, self-help books, are changing my life. And this one, to think this was written 100 years ago, and people are just so clever, and these sorts of people need to be heard, because I'm sorry, they are literal geniuses. But yeah, I'm reading this book. It's basically a conversation between Napoleon Hill and the devil. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, you'd think that it was about like possession and like stuff about the devil himself. But honestly, it's fab. So this next thing, the third thing, is something that I actually never realised. Oh, I tried to get this out. I really don't like my blind over here and the camera keeps moving. Yes, this next thing is quite possibly the most important thing, and I never realised, and until I read this book I did not realise how important it was to be grateful for the things that you already have. And I'd like to say I'm quite a grateful person anyway, and I say please, I say thank you. You know, if people buy me gifts, I'd probably say thank you a little bit too much. But since I read this book, I realised that you can't, how do you expect to have more when you don't appreciate what you already have? So basically just writing, I know it sounds so silly, but writing down maybe even 3 things, or maybe just even 1 thing that you're grateful for in your life. I mean, sometimes I write, I'm grateful for my sleep, because if you know me, I mean, Sam's probably the only person who knows this about me and my parents, but I have horrific dreams and I sleep really badly. Sometimes because my OCD basically makes its way into my brain at night and then through my dreams. So sometimes if I've had a really good sleep, I will say thank bloody God for my sleep, like genuinely thank you, because it means so much to me to have good sleep. And if I'm saying thanks for the sleep I'm already having, whether it's been rubbish or whether it's been great, that's when I will receive more great sleep. So it's like anything. How do you expect to have more or a better car or a better body if you don't already appreciate what you have? You have to see beauty in everything, and you have to say thank you for it, because you shouldn't have more if you don't already appreciate what you've got. So writing down 1 or even 3, this book recommends that you write 10, but sometimes that can take a long time. It can fill up like a whole page, but it kind of recommends that you write down just really tiny things that you're grateful for. It can be the smallest thing. It can be, I'm grateful for my pillow that I sleep on, or I'm grateful to have a bed to sleep in and a home to live in, or stuff like, I'm grateful that, I don't know, my hair looked good today. Oh, you don't like the camera, do you? Come here. Yeah. I'm stand on my books. I know. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh no! It's so funny. You've been a mountain goat? Hmm? Have you been for a walk, my love? Oh,
don't say that.
Has he not been
No.
today? Come on. Sorry, I do apologise. My sister came in to show me her paw strip that she's just done. I can't really remember what I was saying, but I think I was talking about this book. But this is basically another book of Rhonda Byrne's, who writes A Secret. It's called The Magic. When I read it, I was not expecting it to be what it was. It's basically like is it a 27 or 28 day book where you kind of read a chapter a day and do the activity that it says. And honestly, it was amazing. I haven't actually finished it yet, so but even the first, I think I got to maybe like chapter 18, maybe day 20, but the days that I had done were amazing, and it taught me so much. So if you're basically looking into getting into basically, I guess, practicing being more grateful, maybe reading up a little bit about it, this book is really good. And I bought this in the works, and I think it was about £4. So you don't have to, it's originally £13, so you definitely won't have to pay that much. But I think when the works reopens again, because I know at the minute it's shut, which is really annoying, but yeah, go to the works and have a look at some books, because they do really cheap books and you can literally save like half the price on books in the works, and this was a great find, and I'm very glad that I did. So the fourth thing to basically change your life in lockdown is I'm trying to go through the day as I would, kind of like looking for habits that I do throughout my day. So this is why a lot of them have been in the morning so far. But another thing is to not go on your phone for at least 1 hour if you can. Half an hour is good as well. Even 2 hours at a push. Not go on your phone for the first 2 hours of your day. Try not to even press the button to even make the screen appear. I mean, it's completely different if you are getting texts or calls. Like, I'm not telling you to not look at those because they could be really important. But I find personally for me, picking up a book instead of my phone first thing in the morning, I don't know what it does, but it kind of like, it does something to my brain and it makes me feel so good. Like when I pick up my phone first thing in the morning, it kind of just makes me feel guilty. I don't know if anybody else feels this feeling, but when your battery on your phone is like below 50% and it's not even 12 o'clock in the afternoon, it just makes me feel so horrid and I feel like I've been really unproductive. So I try to stay off my phone for at least an hour, sometimes 2 at a push, but obviously if I have messages that I need to respond to, I will reply to the messages. So when it actually comes to being on your phone, I don't know about you, but I do spend quite a lot of the afternoon on my phone in lockdown, and I'm sure that everybody has been spending so much more time on their phones. and especially increasing the screen time massively. I'm actually going to look at my screen time because I am quite concerned. But then I guess I obviously have FM, which mainly revolves around my phone. How do I? Oh, screen time. Daily averages 3 hours and 26 minutes, which is 11% down from last week, which I am very happy with. I'll take 3 hours and 40 minutes, Jesus Christ. I think that's just gone up by like 20 minutes, but never mind. But a really good thing to do is when you are spending time on your phone, to maybe put a podcast on in the background. Like, even if you're just scrolling through Instagram, but with a podcast on, it's like you're filling your brain with information that could be useful to you whilst you're scrolling through your phone. I usually use Apple Podcasts to listen to mine. My favourite podcast is probably Lewis Howes. He has The School of Greatness. It is an incredible podcast. He is an incredible person, and he literally helps people change their lives, and it's incredible. And there is probably a podcast amongst his thousands of podcast episodes that you will resonate with, and there's just like all sorts, like so many different topics. He like speaks to so many different people, like actors, actresses, inspirational speakers, just so many different people, and I absolutely love it. And it just feels like you're taking in some important information whilst you sit and scroll through your phone. Okay, so this next one is quite intense, I would say. This is basically planning your day. Now, I know a lot of people prefer to just go with the flow, not worry about you know, what's going to happen. I'm so sorry, I just realised how much I'm touching my hair. But yeah, some people love to go with the flow in their day. I personally like to structure my day to make me feel more like I've achieved things throughout the day, like, oh, tick, yeah, done that, done that, done that. But sometimes, you know, I'll plan my day and not everything always goes to plan, and that's okay. I used to use my Get Your Shit Together journal, which is also from The Works, and it cost me £4. And it looks like this. So you've got date, quote of the day, today's plan, and then you've got breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, shopping list, exercise, water, self-care, and personal notes. This, I feel like I need to start using this more because it does feel good actually putting pen to paper. But something like this, it's really good. Or if you just have a notebook that has like just lines on it, you can kind of do your own planning. I know a lot of people enjoy bullet journaling, which is fab, but I just don't really have the patience. But yeah, I plan my day in this. I will literally plan my day from hour to hour. So at like 8 AM I'll put wake up, 8:30, read, have coffee, water, 9, get ready, work out, walk, and I'll literally plan my day from hour to hour. And I actually use my iPad to do this now. And I bought a, I've got the app, the Good Notes app, and I think it was about £8. If you know, me and Sam absolutely love doing Sunday coffee in a coffee shop, which is sad because we can't do that now, which is where we basically sit in a coffee shop and plan our week. And I always knew that when I got my iPad that I wanted a place to have all of my work, like FM stuff, and planning my week. So I'll have to put like a insert of maybe like a screen recording actually, maybe I could do that. But this is what it looks like. How cool is this? It's basically a digital planner that I bought from Etsy, and I write in there my week. The week before the commencing week, I'll basically plan my week and what I want to do. It's quite hard in lockdown to actually plan. It's quite hard to plan in lockdown, obviously, because there's not really much to plan at all. But if I go to January, it then has, so here, basically has a section for your day, and it has the times running down the side, and then a to-do. So I actually need to tick off my to-do. Today on my to-do list I have read book, which I have done, journal, pamper, haircut, paint nails, which I haven't done, film YouTube video, which I am currently doing. But yeah, this is life-changing, but obviously you don't have to have it on an iPad. A normal planner like this, and I know you can get planners like the one I've got on my iPad in like physical form, which are just as good. This one's just obviously clever because it means I can take it with me everywhere I go, and everything be on my iPad and in one place. But yeah, planning my day is literally life-changing. I'll sit at my desk and just kind of plan what I maybe want to do. A lot of the time my tasks will be like wash, curl and blow dry my hair, or fake tan. From 11 till 12 I'll go for a walk. At 12 o'clock is lunchtime, and then from midday till 4 o'clock I'll content create, or I'll take Instagram photos, or from 4 till 6 I'll then sit and do FM stuff. So I basically kind of just structure my day, so when it comes to the end of the day, my day feels just so much more accomplished. I know what I've done, I've had like some form of structure. But yeah, honestly I cannot even tell you how much it helps. Like, oh my god, to look back on my days and see like what I've achieved in the days is just so rewarding. Yeah, I love it. It's so helpful for me. I know that some people don't like writing to-do lists or planning at all. They just kind of like to go with the flow, wake up, but that's just what works for me, and it is working fantastic. Okay, so just a really quick one is to write down your thoughts and worries. I dread to think how many people have had issues and things they didn't know about, or just things that obviously everybody suffers with so differently. But I think maybe sometimes writing down worries or thoughts, or really just random things that pop into your brain if they don't sit right with you or something like that, and just writing them down. I've got this book from Lidl and the pages are like square. Can we see this? It's like a A4 book, so I mean sometimes I'll write down things I'm thinking, things that worry me, things that I shouldn't be worrying about but they're in my head going round and round and round like this, and I'll just decide, do you know what, I think instead of worrying it in my brain, I'll write it down and then realise how stupid it is. And sorry, my phone keeps pinging. Yeah, it helps me massively, and if I know sometimes it can be really hard to write down what's going on in your brain, because sometimes, you know, you don't really want to face it, and that's completely fine, because I definitely know what it's like to not want to write something down on a piece of paper because it means you actually have to see it and it's horrible. But it helps and it can help you to stop worrying throughout the whole day if you just get it down on a piece of paper, say what you think about it, and then put the book to a side. I recently started doing this and I've managed to nearly fill half the bloody thing with words, which is just hilarious. But you never know, writing stuff down, writing your thoughts and feelings and worries, if you've got the time, it might help you in some way. So yeah, write down your worries and hope it kind of, you know, releases some form of stress. So the next thing, I think this is the eighth thing I've got on my list, is to create a evening routine. This is pretty much similar to the morning routine. I have to admit that my evening routine is not as good as my morning routine. I feel like I want to watch too many YouTube videos and watch too much stuff and kind of go through Instagram looking for inspiration, and it kind of puts me off piece of what I was wanting to do with my evening, like my skincare, reading my book and everything like that. So I guess I can't really talk in telling you to do something when I guess I don't do it very well myself, but I have been trying massively to create an evening routine for myself, stick to a similar bedtime. I try to go to sleep at around 11, which I know isn't great, but it's not bad. I'll basically get into my bedroom, pull my blinds down, put my pretty fairy lights on, light all my candles. I've got 3 of these bad boys. They're from the range and they're like £1.99 for these beautiful, I'm going to show you. This one's nearly all gone actually, I need to buy some more. They're like marble, pink marble candles, and I've got 3 of them. I've got one here, one over there, and then one over there that I like to light. And candlelight just does something to your brain to, like, obviously relax you. So I'll pretty much have every light off in my room apart from the candlelight and apart from my cute little fairy lights in the corner. And basically create like a really nice environment in my bedroom, because I massively struggle with basically feeling comfortable sometimes. And when I have like a really nice environment, I feel so much better. It relaxes me so much, it prepares me for bed. I can't lie, I will often sit with my iPad. I'll try to turn the brightness down as much as I can, and basically put something on my iPad to watch whilst I read my book. And I'll put my iPad down really low, obviously, so I can actually read. But just doing like really small things like that to try and create some form of evening routine will help. So number 9 is a really simple thing. It's pretty much the same as I've already said, but stay off your phone an hour or 2 before bed. And I know this is, again, it's an annoying thing because you just, you know, when you have the time, it's good to just sit on your phone and scroll through Instagram. But honestly, if you stay off your phone even an hour or half an hour before you go to sleep, I guarantee you will sleep so much better. And I found this personally when I charge my phone away from my bed. I have it nowhere near my bed, so when I wake up in the morning I cannot just, you know, grab it and go on it, and I'll keep it away from me at night, just so I have to get out of bed and go and get it, and I don't really want to do that. So I'll charge my phone away from me and basically try and not go on it for an hour. And I know I'll sit and, you know, listen to some stuff on my iPad, but I will obviously be reading or just kind of relaxing, taking in the information on my iPad, but relaxing at the same time, and I find it helps so much not going on. Okay, so the final thing kind of links in with number 8, I think, which was create an evening routine. And as I was saying, that I keep my iPad up and I'll basically watch something on my iPad that I love and makes me feel really happy. And like, you know those programs that you watch and you're like, God, I feel so good, I feel so happy, this is making me feel so cozy, I feel so nice in my home. Like Bake Off, for me, Bake Off and Miranda are 2 programs that will just always make me happy. So stuff like that, stuff like, I love watching Jamie Oliver. For some reason, Jamie Oliver will send me right to sleep, and although he does make me very hungry, you do have to have a substantial meal before you watch Jamie Oliver before bed, because it will make you want to go downstairs and cook up a bloody 3-course meal. But yeah, like watching Jamie Oliver, I love watching Jamie Oliver Does Italy, honestly. It's just so comforting and inspiring, and I've actually written some other ones down. So I've got Jamie Oliver. I also love watching YouTubers who actually benefit my life. As much as I love a good mystery video, I absolutely love mystery videos, but when my brain is not in a good place, it's really not something I need to be filling my brain with, because it is bad vibes. I've put Madeline Olivia, I think that's how you say her name, it's either Madeline or Madeline, is a vegan and sustainability blogger, and watching her videos, I just find so much comfort in watching her videos, and like her cooking videos, her home videos of her in her beautiful cottage in Cornwall, just stuff that brings me so much joy. I think I like watching like British cooking programs because it makes me feel at home. I love watching things in like Cornwall, like Doc Martin, because obviously that's another place that I absolutely love. Anything with the beach. Also Zac Efron's Down to Earth with Zac Efron, that was incredible. Okay, so that's all the things in the video, all the habits that may help your lockdown. I really hope maybe you take something away from this. Maybe you think, oh, like, I'm gonna do that. Obviously you don't have to do these things, it's just what personally helps me feel better in lockdown, and I know that if I didn't do these things I would not be the person I am right now. And I would definitely be a lot more unhappy, but that's just me. But these things do really help, and I know it's so annoying hearing people say, you know, reading helps, or a morning routine helps, or I don't know, like making a structural day really helps, and sometimes you're just like, well no, I just want to sit and watch Netflix. That's absolutely fine, but honestly I cannot even tell you how much you might just surprise yourself if you did maybe adopt some of these habits. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. Please don't feel any pressure to do these things. I just find they are incredible for helping me. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to see more videos from me, of me touching my hair the whole time, then please do subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!